What's up, family? So in Ezekiel chapter 18, the Lord brings clarity to a proverb that the people of Israel have been using. And the proverb, to sum it up, was Israel saying that they had to pay for the sins of their fathers, that because the generations before them were disobedient, they were going to be punished. Now, the Lord brings clarity and lets them know, look, that every man and woman will be judged according to his own or her own ways. That if they do right, regardless of what their fathers and ancestors did, their souls will live. But if they do wrong, they will die according to their ways, according to their own sins. He makes it clear, right? Again, that he has no pleasure in the death of those who die, that he wants them to live. So he encourages them to turn from their wicked ways and get a new heart and a new spirit. Now, as the Lord is explaining all this, he gives Israel a list of traits that the righteous, those who do right, possess, and some traits that the wicked live out. Now, I wanted to share these because there are a few I believe are very consistent throughout the Bible that we need to pay attention to when it comes to the righteous. And there are some points in here that are very interesting. Today, I just want to talk about a couple that are very consistent. All right. He states in verses 5 through 9, but if a man is righteous and practices justice and righteousness, if he does not eat at the mountain shrines or raise his eyes to idols of the house of Israel, if he does not defile his neighbor's wife or approach a woman during her menstrual period, if a man does not oppress anyone but restores to the debtor his pledge, does not commit robbery but gives his bread to the hungry and covers the naked with clothing, and if he does not lend money at interest or take an interest, if he keeps his hand from injustice and execute truth, justice between one person and another, if he walks in my statutes and keeps my ordinances so as to deal faithfully, he is righteous and will certainly live, declares the Lord God. Now, there are a couple of things that the Lord mentions that we see again throughout the Bible. Okay. The first two are feeding the hungry and covering the naked. Family, we see a consistent emphasis in our Bible on how we are called to treat those who are in need. Proverbs 14, verse 31 states, one who oppresses the poor taunts his maker, but one who is gracious to the needy honors him. Jesus gives us a word about how we treat those in need as he shares a message with some people who are invited to a meal at a ruler of the Pharisees' house. He states, but when you give a feast, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed because they cannot repay you, for you shall be repaid at the resurrection of the just. James chapter 1 verse 27 tells us pure and undefiled religion before God and the Father is this, to visit orphans and widows in their trouble and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. Family, there are plenty of more scriptures about this, but we see this trait, right? This action of taking care and giving to those who are hungry, to those who are in need, who are fatherless, to those who are widows. This is something that the Lord is very, very clear on that we need to pay attention to. As believers, it pushes that selfless service heart posture that we need to have, right? That mindset that others are more important than ourselves, that we lay down our lives for our brethren, regardless of the cost, that we are here to serve, to give, to support each other as much as we possibly can, remembering that we are in this thing called life together. Word of encouragement today, family. Let's make it an emphasis to continue to grow in this mindset and heart posture. Let's challenge ourselves to give, to serve, to be there for those that are in need in any way we possibly can, right? Let's be rooted in love for our Father and for others over ourselves. The world we know can be tough, right? It's cold out here and we all need support. So let's make sure we are giving it. All right. I love you guys. Shalom. Peace.